and we are getting ready to do our live first Tuesday of the month art project. So I'll wait a couple of minutes for people to come in. Oh, it's good. I see myself over here. So, yay. What a good day.
Hi, everyone. Anybody there? Leave us a message in the comments.
Yes, if you're here, go ahead and leave us a message in the comments, please. Tell us where you're from.
Let me see if I can find it alive. Let me see the chat.
You see it?
Okay.
All right. Got just another more minute. And so make sure that you have your paper and your art supplies, whatever it is that you'd like to do. This is our
brushes.
Yep, your brushes. I'm doing watercolor today, so I have my brand new. I just got these. These are the bamboo brushes.
Oh, to me too. Like big brushes. I want to get
Yeah.
big brush. Oh, that's cool.
Actually, I have bigger brushes too.
Oh. We just learned that you start with the big first and then you do the small, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. These are squirrel hair brushes. And no squirrels were hurt.
Cool.
So
how do they get them off the spool? Poor thing.
Well, because what happens is that squirrel tails, they hold the moisture. And so when you use them, when you go to add the water to it, they actually hold on to the water a lot more. And so, yeah, I'm excited.
I have to research that. Mine doesn't say what it is made from. But
So
that
if you're
doesn't matter. Well, we're good. We have brushes and we have watercolor and pencils. Something that you can make a mark with, right?
Mm-hmm. So your paper, your canvas, whatever it is that you'd like to use, your brushes, your watercolor markers, colored pencils, watercolor pencils, whatever it is that is like your favorite medium.
Some towels, a rag to wipe up stuff, paper towels if you want to.
A cup of water as well. So oh yeah, and a snack. Actually, I have some hot chocolate, so I'm excited about
hot chocolate. It's the time of the year for hot chocolate.
It totally is, yeah. So go ahead and hi everybody. Go ahead and put your name, say hi. Let us know where you're coming from or where you're watching from.
Okay.
Yes, I can see your chat. Johanna, thank you. Claudia's from Oregon. I'm over here in Florida.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. So what we're going to do today, well, you know what? Let's start off with this. My name is Michelle Stone, and I'm the owner of Michelle Stone Masterpieces. And this is my monthly live on YouTube to kind of sit here and de-stress and take a little bit of time to ourselves. And I've invited Claudia Dose, who's over from Oregon, who's going to tell you a little bit about herself and to join us.
Visual artist and also teaching some kind of intuitive art and other classes. And yeah.
Awesome. So what we will start off with is a meditation, and to kind of center ourselves and come into the moment. And then from there, then we'll start to create some art. So go ahead and get your, you know, you can get situated, get seated, get comfortable, and then close your eyes, and here we go.
And perhaps stop the chatting now. We can come to that later, back later.
Okay.
All right. Take a deep breath. And a deep breath out. And close your eyes. And then observe the space around you and the space in front of you and the space to the left and the space to the right. Notice any sounds around you in the distance. Is there any sounds closer? Is there a breeze? Any fragrances or smells? Can you feel the touch of clothing on your skin? Feel how the seat under you is supporting you and how the ground under your feet holds you up. While the gravity pulls you down towards the earth. Notice your breath going in and out of your nostrils. Notice the slight pause between the inhale and exhale. Don't change anything, just observe. And notice any qualities of your breath. For example, the breath being soft or hard. Is the breath moving in a thick way or a thin way? Is it a deep breath or a shallow breath? And notice any other nuances of the breath. Simply notice like you would watch a puppy or an infant sleeping. So there's nothing else to do but simply notice. And then notice also, as we offered a gentle attention to the breath may have adjusted itself or made itself a little bit more comfortable. It means that when we offer loving, kind, and mutual attention without any agenda at all, and when we notice any of the specific experiences that the breath is having, it almost is as if it feels seen. It almost feels as if it has a sense of, I can relax now. Someone is paying attention to me. And this kind of quality of attention has no sensation of wanting to fix anything, or wanting to figure anything out, or wanting to make something different. So if we take the experience of noticing how our body and our breath changes when we offer a high quality attention, a quality of attention that has no agenda, just attentive curiosity, you'll find that this quality of attention is really powerful. When we can offer ourselves this high quality attention of being a loving and kind witness This is a kind of generosity. I want to invite you to treat yourself to that much attention, at least for the time we spend together today, and observe your creation with that same loving kindness without agenda. Because when we provide a loving witness to ourselves, it seems that we can figure out how to adjust ourselves and make ourselves more comfortable inside. And we get access to our own wisdom, and our own innate energy, creative energy becomes available to us. We tap into the energy of creation itself, whose only agenda it is to expand and create. Become aware of your surroundings now and open your eyes.
That was beautiful, Claudia. Thank you. Actually dropped my brush.
Too much gravity.
I get so relaxed I dropped my brush. I was like, oops.
We need a few minutes to adjust our camera so we can
Yeah.
show the
So it's interesting because usually I will do a mandala, like a kind of a very specific type of art where it only takes up maybe the center of the page, and Claudia will fill up her whole page with very organic and intuitive art. And
wildly,
I
wildly,
what?
wildly.
Yes, yes, wildly. Um, and today I've had quite the day, and I literally thought about processing um, through art before this live, and then I thought, you know what? I think it's important for people to actually witness this and see what this looks like, when
Mm-hmm.
and how you can process. So
Mm-hmm.
and we'll be talking all the way through it as we typically do. So yeah, so this time I and it's funny because I said to Claudia, how about let's switch? Like I'll fill up the page and you do the mandala. And you want to share your thoughts on that?
Yeah, structured. Let's see how that goes. All right. I think I need to move that again. No, it's not cool.
So as I said, I have my squirrel brushes. So I'm excited about using them. Again, I've used the middle one, not the largest one, just to kind of play. And so I'm gonna move my camera also in just a minute.
I think
And
this works.
so and what we'll do, and so as Claudia and I are setting up, go ahead and set up your paper and your art supplies and get all of your things ready. And what we'll do is when I'm ready, I'll flip my camera too. Are you ready, Claudia?
Yeah.
Okay.
So setting
I'm
it
gonna
up
flip
now.
mine.
Structure you said, and structure you will have.
Let's see how this works. So this is my paper and my Oh
for
yeah, found objects is so easy to use.
yeah, for any kind of forms you want to make, so you don't have to fumble around with.
There we go. Okay. And it's interesting. Claudia and I do classes together. And the other day we were looking at our classes and thinking about what the colors and everything, how that really kind of plays into what our feelings are. Um, and as I'm sitting here saying that, I don't even know what colors I want to include. All right.
You mean like the symbols of colors, the psychology of colors, and what each color could symbolize as certain colors
Yeah,
that you could
I
use when
think
you
I'm
are.
actually gonna start off with my Woody. There we go. All right. So this is actually a watercolor pencil.
Oh wow, that is really nice and unstructured.
And structured or unstructured? Wow, Claudia,
Unstructured.
look at yours.
Yeah, remember we switched positions? I do the structure, you do the
Yeah.
unstructured. Ah,
Yeah.
there you go.
Oh, this feels really good to do this right now. Just kind of. So that is me
It's
painting watercolor inside a watercolor. Like this. If you look here, you can see like this is actually watercolor. So I can kind of come in and blend it.
something to start with.
Yeah.
Not much thinking involved in this. I don't have to be able to draw anything. There's no technique really. Anybody can do this. And the whole
Yeah. And you
purpose of
can
this is
use.
to just let the inside come out, let the whatever creative impulses there is express themselves.
Mm-hmm. And it really doesn't have to do. It doesn't have to do any. Nothing in particular. And also, this is a judgment-free zone, so there's no judgment of what we're doing, what we're not doing. How it's coming out.
It's the observance of that
Mm-hmm.
puppy child in the form of your drawing, painting. You can just have a
Yeah, just being
pencil.
aware.
That would just be enough.
Oh, Claudia, that's so awesome. In a way, I've got the 3 primary colors, warmer versions in the warmer colors, the yellow and the red, but the blue is trying to see how I get the best angle. This is I'm glad I did this. Thank you for switching with me, Claudia. Thank you for trying something new, for kinda going out on a limb.
We'll see how far we go with this. But it is nice. I mean, it's always a good opportunity to be creative
Yeah.
and process whatever day you had, be it intense or not intense or stressful. I find art always cools me down,
Oh, absolutely.
grounds me.
I've always said that it provides that pre-verbal, that it taps into that part of us, part of our psyche that are where there are no words.
Right. And then all these accidents. Kind of cool.
Did you just flip your paper around and I missed it?
Mm-hmm. Well, I thought this was a wax one, but
And then, sometimes I want to do this. I'm like, there's this other color that I want to bring in. Sometimes just the act of allowing ourselves to choose whatever color it is that we want, it's almost as if you're giving yourself permission to feel those emotions, feel those feelings. There's I've been having a lot of conversations lately about uh, mental health and how just our country in general, and even a lot of parts of the world, are just not allowing ourselves to feel, to acknowledge our emotions. And
yeah.
art has a way of creating an emotional literacy, a way of improving our emotional IQ, our what is it, our EQ? Yeah, it's EQ, right?
I don't know
IQ.
anymore. But
Uh,
an emotional intelligence, right?
is it emotional intelligence? Hmm. Oops.
Yeah. Where the average person can name 5 emotions, maybe 3,
Yeah.
and then you can name maybe 100 even.
Oh, yeah. And you too. There have been times when I've done an emotional color wheel and I mean, my pieces of pie are like so slim. I think I've had up to 30, and that's
Wow.
just on one page where I'm just, just tapping, just really processing something, just tapping into it and allowing myself to feel it. And then I like to at the end, um, I like to, kind of go on the back page and journal what my awarenesses are, what came out of it, where I started, where I ended, you know. And you're probably the same way. I bet you could name.
Yeah, because once you realize what's going on, you
Mhm.
can do something about it. You're not overwhelmed by it.
Yeah, no, that's so right.
You can process it. You can scream at the pillow.
Or even like what I did at the cultural center the other week, where I my one of my brushes is where I did the splatter paint. I was talking to someone about that today, about just doing another a rock painting class and some splatter paint. I think I'm gonna grab another brush. I'm gonna grab this brush. Let me see. I feel so much better already.
There you go. You're the prime example.
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Yeah, calms you down.
It totally does.
And then sometimes when you've done a piece, you go, "Oh wow, how did that come out?" And you didn't know that you were in that sort of mood before you started.
Oh yeah, that's so true. I've had that happen many times. You're like, whoa, where did that come from? That was a little pent up. Or even, just the jubilance of something. Claudia, I love what you're doing. That's beautiful.
Well, you made me do this structured.
What do you what are you thinking about it?
I don't try to think. I try not to think. I mean, I just kind of. The only rule I have right now is being symmetrical. Like whatever I do on one side, I do on the other side too,
Gotcha.
which I don't usually do, as you might have noticed.
Yeah, no, you're usually like really you like
This
to layer and feather and
what
kind
this
of.
does is it makes it more calm and harmonious,
Mhm.
less wild, and it kind of makes me feel more calm and harmonious and less wild. Not that I was feeling wild before, but
I was gonna say, when I think of you, wild is not the thing I think of.
yeah, that's the funny thing. In my paintings, I'm more wild, maybe. Interesting.
Yeah. I think of because a lot of the time your colors are so soft, and so um they're sometimes they're soft and other times they're vibrant and sometimes they're a combination of both, and it's so I don't know. Claudia. Huh. All right, well, I'll continue to paint. She'll be back, I'm sure. I'm loving these new brushes. They just hold so much water, so much of the paint. Are you there?
I kind of got logged out for a second here. Let me
Oh no.
back. So weird. I think I don't know what happened.
Well, you're back now.
Ah, but it goes the other way. I don't know how to turn it around. Oh, weird.
You know what? I'm in the mood for this olive. That's kind of fun.
Not so easy with all this camera. Okay.
Is it coming out okay?
Yeah. I was just commenting how quiet you are and that it
Oh,
must have thrown you in because I suddenly didn't hear you and then I realized I had been thrown out.
well, it was interesting because when you were first on, there was I heard maybe like your computer on as kind of like a little bit of a background noise.
Ah.
And then I was talking and I asked you a question and I didn't hear the computer noise. And then I looked up and you were frozen. So I was like, well, she'll be back.
She'll be back, and she was back.
Yep, and she's back. Isn't that in a movie somewhere?
I don't know. Haven't watched that many movies. The other way, they would try to watch some movies and couldn't find anything good.
I with it being December now, I'm all about like the holiday movies. I've watched 3 holiday movies in the last 3 days.
Oh.
Just Hallmark, you know. And so if you are on and you're watching, please please let us know what you're working on. Are you doing watercolor? Are you trying to adjust so that people can see my full page? You know, I typically don't use olive, but and it's funny because I started off with this like really like warm, almost like a vermilion red, and then
Mm-hmm.
I went in, huh?
Yeah.
And then I did a little blue, and now I'm into like, you know, some orange and then some purple, and so now it's like olive. Why not olive green?
Ah. So
So
you
how?
worked your way from red to green.
Yeah, I
Warm
wonder if
to
these are
cold.
complementary colors.
I love doing that. It has such a strong effect.
Or going from one color from one to the complementary.
Yeah.
Interesting. You are. Tell me more. Tell me more about your process with that.
I don't know. It's sort of starting to draw me in here. I like this kind of water washed out part. And
Mm-hmm.
I never know really why. Sometimes after.
Right. So, what did you use to make your circles?
Hmm?
What did you use to make your circles on your page?
Just some bucket I had laying around here.
There you go. Yeah, I use all kinds of things. I actually use I've used erasers, I've used scissors and forks. I've used what else did I use? I used you know how you have like the what's it called? The whiteout, the tapes of whiteout.
Oh yeah.
I've used that. That makes a really cool design.
Basically, a messy desk helps in that case, right? Where you have a lot of things laying around.
Well, or like, if you just, I mean, if you just think about um your average office desk, you've got the tape, um, the container, the wherever you hold your pencils and your pens, you've got the clips, erasers, paper clips, all kinds of things.
Or a tube of antiseptic cream.
Yes, that too. That too. Coffee cup,
Oh,
you know.
the middle. Oops.
Now, are you using colored pencils right now, or are those also
Yeah,
watercolor pencils?
I somehow have that as my default go-to. I'm not sure.
Colored
Then
pencils?
watercolor and also wax crayons, oil pastels.
Yeah.
And then if I paint larger, I use acrylic. But for this is good to get the
Okay.
different kinds of intensities.
Yeah.
Most of the stuff around here is round. I don't have anything triangular. That would be fun.
There you go. Yeah.
I may not be wild and do things that go overboard.
You know, we all have our own version of what wild is. For me, it's funny because for me, wild is, let me rip up a canvas, or what else have I done that's kind of crazy? Or, catch something on fire, or um staple gun something,
Right.
or let me poke the canvas with wire. I like to
You've
do
done
that.
some wild stuff.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Like as I'm thinking about like your paintings, your like the one of the woman underneath the water, that's
Mm-hmm.
pretty intense.
It is. That was an intense dream.
And that's still on your website, isn't it?
Hmm?
That image is still on your website?
Yeah. That's when you're drowning. That's the title of it. When you're
Yeah.
drowning underwater.
Yeah.
It is intense.
Yeah. Any kind of dreams like that are absolutely intense. I agree. So I was on your website the other day looking at stuff. Don't you have a new calendar out?
I do.
Yeah? Where would we find your new calendar?
On my website, in
Mhm.
this, not in the store, under the sales page.
Mhm. Claudia Dose.com.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll put your name and the information in the link. In the link below. Your piece is so colorful. Oh my goodness. It gives me like this whole kaleidoscope kind of vibe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I actually liked starting structured.
Isn't it funny how like we've been doing this for a while now, for a couple of months, and we're like, all right, let's kind of stick with what we normally do, and then the one day that we're like, yeah, let's flip flop. It's like, oh wow, I really kind of like this. Like stepping outside of our comfort zone.
I did a class the other day and it was so amazing.
Yeah.
The different things, the different variations people come up with the same subject.
What was the subject matter?
We were painting, one was a tree where I was kind of more having a meditation towards like grounding and growth and more like the grounding, being
Yeah.
grounded, and then painting a tree out of that feeling.
Right.
And what does it feel like to be a tree?
Right.
And there were just most amazing paintings came out of it. Even drawings. One person just didn't have much art supply, just had some charcoal, and he just did some amazing stuff with it. It's very expressive. It just
That's awesome.
makes me feel good to see everyone flooring.
And so what was the second one that you did after that?
The second one was more centered around nourishment
Mm-hmm.
and around the stomach area, digestion, or what is it that nourishes us.
Oh, right, right.
And that
And
also came up with different things. Like one person even painted another hour afterwards a scene, an afternoon scene that really nourished her with a
oh,
rabbit in it and a landscape and the sun setting. Quite elaborate.
that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really am a firm believer that art, I always used to say, art doodles the residue of the day away.
Mm-hmm. It's a wonderful way to say it. Yeah.
Well, you have a quote too that you kind of follow. What is that quote? I saw it the other day on your email. I forgot how it goes.
I forgot to. We paint on the walls of our existence. Something else.
Yeah.
Yeah. That just came to me one day.
I love that. So that's your quote?
Yeah.
That's beautiful. And so I think after this dries, I'm gonna come in with some. I got some really fun gel pens recently that I've been using. Oh my gosh, everywhere.
You are into these amazing art supplies. I love that.
Oh my gosh, I love me some art supplies. I
So cool.
You can yeah, yeah. I just it's like what other ways can you express yourself, you know? So I have a I'm doing face painting coming up over in Tampa this upcoming Saturday.
What is it?
Face painting?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're having a fall festival and I'll be there from 11 to 6 painting faces.
A lot of grown-ups get their faces painted too.
Oh my gosh, there was this guy who was like completely gray, like gray hair, glasses, you know, wrinkles, all the, all the things. And the last time I painted faces back in October, I was like, "Hey, let me paint your face." He's like, "Okay." And he literally he wanted to be it was Ace Frehley from Kiss. So
Oh,
yeah, he actually had me paint this huge star on his face. It was fantastic. I was like, wow, okay, yes. His family was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm getting my face painted, you know." Why
oh,
not?
that is so cool.
I know. It brought him so much joy. It was so good. So good.
It washes off again, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, easily.
But just for the day, you can be somebody else.
Why not?
Hmm.
Who was it the other day? Oh, I used a new product in my hair the other day and it made my hair so curly. It made it look like it had a perm. And 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 someone commented, they're like, "Wow, I really like your hair, you know." And so we started talking about it and it's like there's so many products that are out where you can just, you can do a temporary dye. Like earlier this year, my hair was pink for a little bit.
I like that. I
Yeah,
was thinking of doing that.
I think it's a ton of fun.
I haven't been brave yet enough or had the time to do it, but that sounds like something fun. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, why not? I mean, just
Well, yeah.
there's all these things that are out in the world that you can just play with, and I just figure, you know, have fun. And I have a son, and so I've always told him he's had every haircut imaginable. He's had the high and tight, he's had the lines, he's had the mohawk, the mullet, the rat tail, the whole thing, everything. And just recently he cut all of his hair off. And just because he was like, "All right, I'm done. I want to try it again." And now he's like, "Okay, I want my hair back."
I've done that shaving of my head. It's so freeing.
Have you really?
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
I'll send you a photo.
Yeah, please do. I'd love to see
It was
that.
so freeing. It was actually a little painful to do it. Like it's not.
It was painful or it was not?
It was painful.
I'm not sure that I could do
that
that.
skin is so sensitive on your head.
Yeah. I think I'm
So
gonna come over this.
it was a little painful. Yeah. See what you did? Now it's all mandala or something.
Yours is beautiful.
No idea.
Wow.
I had no idea what I was doing.
Mine looks like just a huge kaleidoscope, like somebody painted stained glass.
Oh, I was thinking of a glass window.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Thank you.
Mm.
I'm like, what other colors? I've got just a couple more. You're almost done?
I am almost done. How long do we go for? Is there a time limit or we just go forever?
We can go forever, as you and I both know. But it's 7:51 my time, so we've been doing it for like 51 minutes or so.
Mm.
And I'm just about done with the painting aspect of it.
It's surprising how much you can get done in a short period of time too. Like
I
even
know
if
it.
I do these things in 10 minutes, you get a lot. You can get a lot done in 10 minutes.
I was taking what was it? I was taking a class recently, and it was like, what can you do in 10 minutes? What can you do in 20 minutes? And what can you do in 30 minutes? And it'd be interesting to see artistically what we could do in 10 minutes and 20 minutes and kind of giving ourselves a time frame.
No, I was thinking for some people who have not the time to do this in 50 minutes or
Oh
whatever.
yeah.
I think you can do it in like even 5 minutes and have yourself calm down by this exercise. I think that's the whole purpose, to get in touch with yourself and calm down.
Oh
I think
yeah.
the end product, what we're doing, is pretty and may not. That doesn't really matter so much. I think the main importance is that you connect with yourself and calm down. It's very meditative. I like meditating. If I don't talk, I meditate.
Yeah, no, I completely agree.
And sometimes you tab into the state where you can't even talk, where you just absorb.
That's kind of where you and I end up a lot of the time while we're doing this class.
It's
Where we're
beautiful.
like, whoops, we should probably be talking. We're doing a live.
I think mine are mostly final touches. How is it on your side?
With your colored pencils.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. think I'm finally adding like little things. Yeah. And I forget that I have these watercolor markers. Hmm.
Yeah, much better than when I started. How about you? How
Oh
has it
my
been?
gosh. Yeah, absolutely. Just, I was almost reeling when we started, and now I'm like, okay. And sometimes and it doesn't even have to be the holidays that kind of trigger you, right?
Yeah.
It can be anything.
And when you kind of have a habit of looking at news, that's also very stressful.
Oh yeah. I try not to look at the news. I already know that that's stressful. I
This is the antidote.
Right, yeah, this is absolutely the antidote. Um what was I gonna You said something. Actually, I think I'm gonna come back to that.
Mm.
There we go. So Claudia and I were part of this group years ago where we would challenge one another to different things and to try different kinds of products and use different things with our add different materials and things into our paintings, right?
Coffee grounds. We tried ourselves on coffee grounds.
So fun. Yeah. I did mine to my coffee grounds. I added them to my acrylic paint and did a painting. And what did you refresh my memory? Didn't you like add yours to um some tea and you use that to kind of as a paint instead of a regular paint, right? Didn't you use the tea?
I think I also added maybe some acrylic, but I still remember because I painted it so watery, like I usually do. I don't paint, but I like you could look through it, and then the whole coffee was everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, with yeah, I think I tried a couple of different I think I tried to actually paint with the coffee grounds and I just wasn't it wasn't dark enough for me. Um so it's just one of those like, hmm. I think you timed out again, Claudia. I'll wait for her to come back. I think we're gonna start to finish this up. So yeah.
I think it threw me out again.
Yep, I think it did. So I told everybody that I'd wait for you to come back. Or do you feel like you're complete?
I am complete.
Awesome.
I
I'm gonna
don't know which way to do, which way to go.
I'm gonna finish up with these spirals, and then I'll call it a quit. Not quit, but I'll just I'll let that be it for today. And we can kind of.
Done that before.
That's beautiful. You want to do?
This is so interesting. I could keep painting. I should do the symmetric more often. This is actually fun.
There's something calming when I do the symmetry. There's something calming about having both sides the same.
Yeah, yeah.
Not at
Remember,
the level of
we used to do mandalas, and then everything had to be the same all around.
right,
Yeah, it's very calming.
and it's not at like the level of perfection. It's just like symmetry is the best that you can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So here's mine. Let me see if we can wait for.
Can you zoom out? Can you go away a little so we can see the whole picture?
Give me just a second.
This is.
Um,
No, it's okay.
no, hold on, because I have my
Look at
new
this.
stand. I think that's as much as high as it goes. Maybe. Hold on. I think. Oh no! Wait. There we go. How's that?
Yeah, yeah.
Can you
And
see it?
then
Okay.
there's.
Oh,
Uh
that's
huh.
beautiful. There's my faces in the middle.
Yeah. Oh, this is beautiful. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Well, here I'm gonna put my face back on. So, and
It's not easy with the.
no, it's not.
I think.
We're like figuring it
YouTube.
all out.
Oh, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, I'm so
Even if
glad.
you listen to the recording and however long you could do it, it does make a difference. Totally.
It does. I think it changed both you and I tonight. So, what a beautiful way to spend our Tuesday evening.
To put this on something. I don't know.
Claudia, thank you for joining us this evening and sharing in your meditation and in your process. Thank you for flipping processes with me and trying something new. I appreciate that.
I like that. I really like that. Sometimes it's nice to have structure. Sometimes it really is because the fear of the white page grabs you sometimes, and not everybody can just have that swing. And
Yeah.
it's nice to start with something structural, and then you can become wild out of that too sometimes. But it's nice. It calms me down even.
Yeah. And I think also because you and I have known one another for so long, and there's like this level of trust between the two of us. It's like, oh, all right, I'll try that because I know that it's not the end of the world. It's gonna be okay.
I remember once you told me, to make a painting of whatever I was feeling, like a monster. So I turned it into a monster and then just rip it apart. I was like, oh God.
There have been many times I've ripped up paintings because
So
I'm like,
that also happens sometimes. Yeah. Yeah.
so yeah. So
Let us know
so
how you experience it in the comment, how it was for you.
absolutely. So you have your calendar out, and so I'll put that information in the link below. And do you have any other events coming up?
I have a regular Saturday morning painting class, also
Mhm.
in this kind of way of meditation, intuitive painting.
Mhm.
It is free, it's on Zoom, so it's more intimate. And then afterwards, we'll share and see what everybody has done, and we can talk about it a little bit. Everybody's free to join.
Awesome. And so I'll put that link below as well. And then you have, and I think you and I have another event next Thursday, a week from this Thursday. I
Yeah,
forget what day that is. I'll put that
we'll
below
put that
too.
in the description too.
We'll put that just like, yeah. So, but thank you ever so much for joining us. If you're new to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe. But I do put out weekly classes, and we're building, we're doing this together, and we're having fun doing it. So thank you for joining us.
And subscribe to this channel.
Yes, and subscribe to Claudia's channel too, claudiadose.com, dose.com. So,
We're just, we're
or wait,
just.
at YouTube. Oh my goodness. Yeah,
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for inviting me. Have a
you're very
wonderful
welcome.
rest of your day. Bye
All
bye.
right, thanks.